8,
7,
8,
6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
The A-List.
Welcome back to the A-List podcast with Allison and Alex. I'm Allison.
This is the A-List, episode 25.
It's July 22nd.
Oh.
July's almost over, which is crazy.
Can't believe that.
Should we just sing everything?
Yeah. It's absolutely nuts that July is almost over.
Honestly, that sounded like a real song.
Wow, thank you.
Well, my big news is that I finally finished my book.
Is it a memoir?
Yes. No, I've been reading Iron Flame for so long.
Oh, some smut.
It's not, honestly, it's less smut than the last book series. A Court of Thorns and Roses had a lot of smut. This is the Fourth Wing series. There is 2 books right now. There's a third going to come out beginning of next year, I believe. But I finally finished Iron Flame, and this is the one that's kind of the crossover. It's like it's like Harry Potter, Game of Thrones.
I remember you telling me, yes.
It took me a long time to finish because every time I could only get like a few pages, a few nights, because I would get too tired and have to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So it took me a long time. I really loved it. I think I haven't done my Goodreads yet, which if you are on Goodreads, follow me so you can see my ratings of all the very literate books I'm reading. Do you have Goodreads?
Never even heard of it.
It's an app where you just rate books and you can do reviews of the books if you want. You can give your comment on what you liked, what you didn't like. But people follow each other just to see their ratings of things.
I guess that's nice, too, if you end up realizing you have the similar taste with someone and they've read something, then you kind of know. And
it gives you suggestions based on what you have read and liked.
Pretty accurate?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Here's my thing. I'm not reading, like, particularly, scholarly books. Let's say that.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I've got to sign in. I got a new phone, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not signed in.
That's her actual big news.
Finally. Okay, you know what? It's going to take too much time.
Okay.
Basically, I haven't read that many books, but it also is good inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
You can save books that you want to read, because that also happens to me where I see a book or someone talks about it and I'm like, oh, I want to read that, and then I forget. Yeah. So highly recommend. It's an actual terrible interface, to be really honest.
Okay, well maybe it's just in its infancy.
Yeah, the app isn't great, but it is nice to follow, and you can follow like celebrities that have them. Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, that feels very on brand for Reese.
Yeah, she has a book club.
Well, yeah, that's her genius. That was her genius move.
And she's rich, even more rich than she already was.
Right.
What's your favorite Reese Witherspoon movie?
Probably Legally Blonde.
Oh yeah. There's too many.
Say Sweet Home Alabama?
Love Sweet Home Alabama.
I just recently rewatched that, actually.
Cruel Intentions. I mean, bangers.
Yeah. Wait.
What's the one with Mark Wahlberg? It's not particularly my favorite, but it's a good movie. Where he fingers her on the roller coaster.
I have no idea.
You never saw that? And he ends up being like psychotic and tries to kill her. She's pretty young in it. I think it's
I don't know.
Around Cruel Intentions time, maybe before.
When she was even younger, she's in a movie that takes place in like Africa called something about it has the word elephant in it. She's like a teenager.
Oh.
And I was obsessed with that movie for like a full year, and I wanted to learn like the African language. It was the one where they
Swahili.
No, it's the one where they like tongue click.
Oh,
so I'd be like, "Hi, my name is
Alex." Oh, does it start with a T?
Oh, I don't know, but it's in. It's
wow, you're so good at that.
Well, I literally practiced it for a full year.
Why didn't you keep with it? You could be.
Well, they speak in their language doing that. I was just learning.
Oh, you were doing the
clicking noise in English, which is what she does in the movie.
Oh,
like they like speak it.
I've never heard of that.
Anyway, that's a good Reese Witherspoon movie.
It sounds great. The one I was thinking of is called Fear.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Well, you should.
Okay. Also, we should say, like, you probably want to know an update on our kickball. Dodgeball. But we don't have one because we are pre-recording this episode.
Yeah, so sorry about that, everyone, but it's necessary. It is a busy summer.
It's a busy summer. Yeah. We will have an update. You'll hear an update on the next episode because we're recording again then.
Yeah.
But I will say...
We said that, but then we changed our clothes to act like we didn't. We weren't doing it.
No, but so I was going to say that. I was like, it doesn't matter if we change our clothes, but it actually is helpful for editing. Because if we were wearing the same thing, that would be incredibly complicated.
True. Good
so
call.
it's for our benefit too.
Yeah.
And visually, just as easier for continuity.
For sure.
So yeah, we changed clothes. But I'm going home again, and that's why we have to pre-record.
I'm happy for you.
I'm excited to go to Cedar Point.
Yes.
And I love going to theme parks with people for their first time, and it's my niece and nephew's first time.
Yeah.
Sister Caitlin. She's not a nun. That's my actual older sister. My sister Caitlin. They went to the zoo last weekend, and she said, "Bless their hearts, they are not zoo kids."
Oh, really?
At the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo, in
It's
Australia,
a great zoo.
it's one of the top-rated zoos in the country. I love the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo. They one of the rides, their log ride, none of their rides are like intense, but their log ride takes you through Australia. You can see kangaroos and stuff.
Yeah, it's like open air, which like we don't condone zoos that are bad to the animals, but
we sure don't.
But this zoo, like, the Australian section is like
the kangaroos are right
they
around
are
you.
free roaming. It is a huge spot where like they are not in a cage at all. It is like so open and
So because of that, or whatever, it's not an intense ride. But Caitlin said they were going to like get in. You get in line like a regular ride. They were going to get in, and Josh, I guess, looked at her and goes, "Are we actually doing this?"
Like the line or the ride?
Just like he's like, we're getting on an actual ride. He'd never been on a ride.
Aww.
So it's like, oh, wait till you see Cedar
Point. Oh my gosh, he's gonna lose his actual mind. It's gonna be like actually probably
so
overwhelming.
People, it's gonna be very overwhelming.
Like very overstimulating for sure. I feel like I stood in line for the Millennium Force when it first came out.
Oh yeah, when you were 10.
Okay, maybe not when it first
literally
came out.
Opened in the year 2000. It's the Millennium
Force. Okay, you're a
Force.
freak. So sorry. Whenever I went for the first time,
probably
like
with your
it
youth
was probably it was the first time it was there. And I just kidding. Let me switch that up.
So one of the first times you rode the Millennium Force was in its earlier years.
Yes.
And the line was?
I feel like it was like 2 hours. 3 hours. It was crazy because everyone was like, this is the ride.
But in that time of our life, you just accepted it. Like there was no option. There was no such thing as skip the lines.
Yeah.
It was like before theme parks discovered they could really milk you for your money by offering this skip the line thing. Yeah. You would just be like, okay, today I'm going to ride 6 things. That's it. That's all I'm going to get on.
Yeah.
And now I can't fathom it.
I feel like back then I was going with such larger groups that you kind of just, you played games in line. You played charades. But it was so hot.
I used to be so jealous of the couples. Theme park couples.
Oh, that stand back to back.
So sexual, like...
It's too hot.
One sitting up on the pole, the other one like laying in the crotch and just like turning around.
Actually,
and being, like,
I've always wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. I was always jealous. I was like, one day that's gonna be me. Sure,
still has never been me.
Still has never been me.
But I will say, in the summertime, like I'm not doing that. It's hot.
If someone loved me enough to act that way towards me in line, I don't care. I'll be sweaty.
I get it. But also, come on.
I know. It's also so cringy.
Because we're all making fun of them. We're all looking at them thinking, are you serious?
But then turning around and being like, wish it was me, though.
I'm so single.
Wish someone liked me that much to not care that everyone was judging me.
Or the people that walk back to back or like holding each other.
Yes.
And walk in tandem the legs. That's wild.
What? Actually, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Like the guy stands,
yes, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
And it has his arms around the girl's waist and he's behind and they're just like walking together in the same stride.
Yeah, and he's white with a bandana on and then a ball cap and his pants are hanging really low and he's carrying a huge bag with a giant stuffed animal he won for her.
Yeah. I was picturing more like emo people.
You know what? Everyone of all genres do this.
Yeah, and it's never been me either, which like that is more cringy. I feel like doing a little snuggle, a little cuddle in line is different than that. Or walking with your hand in the back pocket.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that with Rebecca Charlene?
Yeah, 100%.
Cute. Wait, you guys never went to a theme park together?
We did. We went to Cedar Point together, and we would be lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
But again,
were you with parents?
No. No. Like, we went... I believe she and I even went for an overnight once.
That was allowed?
We went to Chicago by ourselves overnight and saw Wicked. Like, yes.
That's wild.
We watched Saw in the hotel.
Did your parents just trust you as a Christian man not to be dilly-daddling?
I've said it once, I'll say it again. I think that they were scared that I was gay, so they were like, please, we hope.
Do whatever you want.
We let him do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, we did go, and I guess we were lovey-dovey. In fact, we went to Cedar Point this summer right before I came out to LA, and I got an airbrushed hat.
You still have it? I bet you do.
I sure don't.
Oh, dang it.
Because when we broke up, I had to get rid of it because I was like, girl, I'm gonna miss you when I'm in LA.
Do you talk like that?
This is how it felt. So I was like, give me a red and black spray paint look with a palm tree and the letter B. And I wore that shit.
B?
For Becca.
Oh, sorry. Like I didn't know you called her Becca because you only call her Rebecca.
Oh, no. I called her Beck.
Beck?
Yeah, Beck.
Like in the show You.
No, I've never seen it. Come here. Jesus. Stanley was whining. Sorry, everyone.
Do you think she kept it? I don't want to.
No, I threw it away.
What? Rebecca Charlene.
Listen, Rebecca Charlene.
RBC,
if you're listening to this.
I'm sorry that we continuously talk about you, and I've never met you in my life.
No, Becca was a huge impact in my life. I'm going to say it again. I have nothing negative to say about this woman. She was amazing. She crocheted me a blanket, and that is the one thing that I kept from our relationship.
Nice. We should send her like a fruit basket to compensation for all the times we've talked about her, even though it's in a good light.
No, I should send her thousands of dollars because she paid for everything.
You should.
Rebecca, Charlene, you're going to get a check one day.
I love that.
Oh, also, we're pre-recording because aside from me going home, Allie's mother is visiting.
Oh, yeah. Having a little mom
Which was like supposed to be your whole family, right? And it's just now mom?
It was going to be at the beginning of this month. And it was going to be my mom, my sister, and my sister's kids. But they are such sporty kids. Yeah. And they are playing in every tournament.
I feel like
in multiple states. Like,
yeah,
it's wild. So we've postponed to hopefully the end of the year.
Is Amanda's plan like, let these kids be professional athletes?
Oh, yeah.
And
we are banking.
Yeah.
Just kidding. She's never said that to me, but I'm banking on it.
Also, because they are so talented and charismatic, especially Daphne, so charismatic.
Yeah. Literally my sister is driving to another state, like weekly.
Wow.
To play a sport.
Wild.
So I'm trying not to give too many details, because it's not my life. But
oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. Bleep out the name.
Oh, no. I don't think she cares about the name, but I just mean like where they are and stuff like that.
Got it. Yeah.
So, we pushed that, but my mom still wanted to come. So
cute.
We're doing a little trip to Catalina one day,
nice.
which I didn't like. That boat ride.
How much?
Is expensive.
You should have gone to Costco.
Well, I don't have a membership.
Okay. Well, you should always ask, is there a deal for this somewhere? Because Costco had I don't know how much your tickets were. So this could be wrong, but I thought that it was either buy one, get one 50% off, or it was 2 round trip tickets for $75 each.
75, no, that can't be right because 75 is close to what the regular price is, unless that includes the VIP.
Yes, I think it was like the first class ticket or whatever.
Which is nice because you sit up top. I've done that once before. Uh-huh. You sit up top, you get a free drink. So you can have like a mimosa or whatever on your way or whatever drink you want.
Yeah.
And then there's like snacks and stuff free up there.
It might have been that.
That is a nice thing, but I didn't get that because I was like, this is so expensive. I think, and you also have to pay for both trips. You don't just get a round trip ticket. You have to pay $60 or something per trip.
Okay, that's what it was. I think it was $75 round trip.
Oh, that's incredible. I really did mess up then. Because that's like getting one whole.
So it was like $120
trip
per
off.
ticket. Mm-hmm. That's like a round trip ticket to Vegas.
No. Okay. No. Because my mom, sorry, Mom, but she got the senior rate.
Senior discount. Okay.
So I think in total it was under $200.
No, but still.
Yeah.
You can fly Southwest to Las Vegas for $34.
Oh, yeah. But I'm excited. I think she's going to have a great time.
So
I'm not like upset. Like
you're doing
about the
Catalina
money.
and then just like LA things.
Yeah. Well, one day I'm going to drive either to Santa Barbara or Solvang, which I'm leaning more towards Solvang just because.
Yes. I feel like that's way more her speed.
Yeah. I think like walking through town, like the little tchotchke shops, getting some souvenirs, tasting some wine. I feel like that's very.
Yes. You should do that. It feels like Bern, Indiana too.
Yeah. Like she went to Ireland. So
Oh, right.
that's really it. Like that she's traveled like that. So I think she'll like the Dutch.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
Part of it. So I think that's what we're going to do. And maybe we just like, because I think you kind of have to go close to Santa Barbara, right?
It's close.
Get there.
Yeah.
Like you kind of go Santa Barbara and then like veer up. So maybe both. Who knows? Depends on how early we get up.
Cute.
But then the rest will just be, whatever. We'll just wake up and I'll say,
it's
what do you
nice.
want to do today?
I guess it's nice too. That's one person. You can accommodate that in your apartment too. And
which I haven't taken her to Castaway. So, and that's the inaugural place.
Is she like experimental? Does she
she'll
to try things?
Yeah, she'll try things. It'll be,
that's
I think
nice.
Castaway would be pretty just for the view alone. If we go at sunset, like you can't beat the view, honestly.
Amanda's, never mind. I was going to say, maybe Amanda should just come and it should just be a girls trip, but.
Too many tournaments.
She's busy being a mama.
Yeah. So I'll update everyone.
I have some big news that I've been waiting to tell you.
Oh my gosh, what?
So like,
I'm scared.
Soak it in.
Tell me or tell the audience?
You.
Okay.
I have added a song to my Spotify favorites list.
Oh, I thought you said your album. I thought you were going to say your album.
No. That is in the works.
Okay.
That you will be very excited to know that I have finally found a Billie Eilish song that I have been playing on repeat.
Oh my gosh, what is it?
Birds of a Feather.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because it is so not her.
Yeah.
It is a happy pop.
Yeah.
She even like starts to get her like loud tone in there at some points, and I was like, oh my god! If she made an entire album like this, that'd be it for me.
Maybe she will because all of her albums sound different.
Well, this is on this album.
Yeah, but maybe she's like dabbling
and seeing how it does. Well, I fucking love it.
Wow.
So
I should have known that I should have sent that to you when the album came out.
I found a Billie song that I like.
Wow, that is very exciting.
Feather. Yeah. And I'm not ashamed of that. I just am excited about it. I'm like, wow, actually, like, and again, I think she's so fucking talented and cool. And as a person, I love her so much. I just haven't vibed with her music. But this song, I vibe with.
Wow, that is exciting. Did you listen to Cat's Eye?
No.
Great.
So now that I've liked this song, now I will listen to this full album to see, like, are there any similarities in the sound?
You've heard Lunch. Do you care?
I've heard Lunch.
Yeah. I'ma eat that girl for lunch. I'm just son.
I've not heard that.
Really?
It's
her like I'm bisexual song.
It's from this album?
Yeah. Let me play a little snippet. Not for everyone. I don't want to get copywritten. But
sorry, you're not going to hear it. Just me. I kind of fuck with this. It's more pop.
Yeah. Because last year or something, that podcast
was
just kind of like,
I guess I am.
Yeah. So this is like her first like girly song for the girlies. So.
Okay, cute.
You should, listen to the whole album.
I'm going to the album listen. I'm going to download it and listen on the plane. Like, I do the best listening to new stuff on an airplane.
Oh my goodness, I cannot do that.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, I just close my eyes and just like soak it all in.
I could do it on a trip, on a flight to Vegas, like a very short one. But if I'm going 6 hours, no.
Oh yeah. Well, I of course in Burbank, so I have like a 2-hour flight and then like 3.5-hour flight.
So what will you do once you make it through that? Will you listen to another album or are you going to like watch a show or something?
No, I'll sleep.
Oh, I can't sleep on planes. That's my issue.
I'm an excellent traveler. I can sleep anywhere.
Good for you.
It can be the middle seat, aisle seat, window. I'll find a way.
Yeah, I cannot sleep.
And I can also just do nothing. I can also just be on the plane and just be like.
Have you heard about the raw dogging the flights?
No.
I feel like it's like straight men.
Raw dogging a flight, meaning like no headphones, nothing, just like go.
Literally nothing. You don't watch anything. You don't listen to anything. You don't sleep. You just stare at the flight.
No, that's
map.
Psychopathic.
Raw dogging a flight is a self-imposed endurance challenge.
Self-imposed.
requires plane passengers to sit silently and screen free on long haul stints in the sky.
So sorry. Okay, well, that is an awful thing to do.
Yeah,
and it does
what?
sound like straight men behavior.
No films, music, sleep, snacks, or distractions once in the cabin.
That's a funny
Why
challenge.
would you do that to yourself?
I don't know. No one to talk to either, I assume.
Yeah, no, you just like stare. It's so weird.
It feels very, I would be suspicious that person's an air marshal.
Right. Is there an air marshal on every single flight?
No.
Do you know how many flights?
Yeah, approximately. No, I don't know.
That's something, I feel like that's something you would know.
Yeah, but I don't think we could know that. That's bad information.
True.
It's a secret.
Do you think it's just random or do you think it's high
I never, do you ever get
risk?
on a flight and think about that? Because I don't. The
I
first
do.
thing I think about is I'm checking to see if anyone is a pilot. Because something about having a pilot in the cabin with me makes me feel safe.
Yeah.
Because I just have this,
And they could take over if, say, someone passed. Like, obviously, there's two.
If both of the captains died, then
Yeah,
there's
but-
someone back here that could be like, I could land the plane.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, obviously, the odds are low on that because they even eat different foods. Did you know that?
I did not, but that's smart.
Yeah. This could be an old wives' tale, but to my knowledge, if you're on a flight that they're eating,
Yeah.
they get served two different meals in case one of them is poisoned and then the other, or like allergic or whatever.
Yeah.
So that the other one hopefully is okay to fly the plane.
Yeah.
But that's true. I do sometimes think if someone looks particularly military or police or whatever, I do sometimes think, are you the air marshal?
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's also nice to have doctors on board, you know?
Yes. And have you ever been on a plane? Like, I've been on so many flights in my life. I've experienced everything that you
I
could
have
think of.
not experienced any medical
I've
emergencies.
experienced dead air turbulence, that thing that everyone's
Where you
terrified
fall?
of. Yep. It was
No.
It was the craziest feeling in my whole life. And it was on a flight from LAX to Florida. No. Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
And it was terrifying.
How far did you fall?
So it was like ours was like a fall and then it was fine and everyone like had their bearings for a second and then a bigger fall. But it was like
Nope.
a second and then like 2 seconds. But
Nope.
I've literally stuff was thrown everywhere. Drinks were everywhere.
Yeah.
It was scary as shit.
I used to not be someone who always wore my seatbelt. Like I would if I went to the
When the
bathroom
lights
or
off,
something.
you'd be like, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily take it off when the light came off, but if I went to the bathroom,
Yeah.
I might come back and just like sit without it
Yeah.
for the rest until I was told to put it back on. But now, nope. After that flight where that man almost got sucked out.
After the flight where this dead air thing happened and
Yeah.
the person died,
Oh yeah.
he had he died of a heart attack, but like
There was one where someone hit their head. Recently, I feel like, or within the last year.
And the thing is, they can't predict that kind of turbulence because
No.
other turbulence, they can warn you about. Like,
Yeah.
there's this pocket, avoid this area.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you're doomed if you're.
Yeah, it's very scary.
It's very scary. I've experienced. That was the scariest thing on a plane. The second scariest was landing in Vegas, and this is how it went. The pilot was like, "Prepare for landing." Well, I'm looking out the window. We touch down. We're going. We're going. It takes right back off.
Yeah.
And everyone was silent.
Yeah. That's very scary.
So sorry, we were about to, comes on. So sorry, we were, there was a mix up there. We were headed into, would have had a collision there. So we just pulled back up. We're going to loop around and land, try that landing one more time.
No worries. We were just about to have a collision.
And then the third scariest thing is we had to turn around and land because a woman was having a heart attack in first class. And they were like, is there a doctor on board that could, literally, I've experienced it all.
See, I can do CPR. I'm certified now.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's no doctor, I feel like I would be like, I can do CPR.
Okay.
Hopefully they don't need it.
Sure.
But like the odds are someone else on the plane can also do CPR. But
Yeah, I feel like there's a nurse always on a plane. There's at least a nurse.
yeah, sorry. If you can hear my necklace,
ASMR.
I'm trying to fix it. But yeah, here's my thing. Actually, I wouldn't, if no one else is speaking up
Yeah.
and someone is having a heart attack, I would step up to do the CPR.
Sure. Sure.
Do I necessarily want to?
No.
No. I would do it if I encounter someone and I'm the only one
Okay. Yeah.
around for sure. But like if something happens, I'm gonna be like, hey, is there a doctor on
Yeah.
board? Is there a nurse? Is there even like a dentist?
Yeah. Someone with any medical training
Yeah.
experience. Yep. Yep.
Well, I don't know how we got here.
Talking about mom visiting.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
I'll update everyone.
Okay.
What else is happening?
Summer movies.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about. I saw an article about the best summer movies, to watch because it's summertime. Mm-hmm. I was talking to Reagan and my best friend from home, and she was talking about going to the drive-in to watch Twisters. And how perfect is that?
Love that.
Because of the drive-in scene in the original movie, like I was like, you have to go. That's so fun. Yeah. So then that just made me think of movies that would be fun to watch at the drive-in or just like fun summertime movies.
Yeah.
So I asked Alex to make a list. I also have the list from the internet. Should we do our own list first and then look at the rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is not that thrilling. I think I realized when I was thinking about this, I was like, first of all, like I equate shows to seasons. So like, I watch Gilmore Girls in the fall.
Yes, I do.
I watch Modern Family in like the beginning of the year, and I just am now transitioning to my summer show a little late, but I needed to finish Modern Family.
Okay.
And that is Parks and Rec and The Office. So I equate like summertime.
What about those makes you feel like summer?
I think that's just because like something about the shows feels summery to me, even though they have like full season episodes. So does Gilmore Girls. Mm-hmm. But Gilmore Girls, I can't explain it. Everyone knows it's a fall show.
No, Stars Hollow is fall.
It's a fall show.
Yeah.
But then when I think about movies, I was like, what movies it's not like I love to watch these specific Christmas movies at Christmas time, these Halloween movies at Halloween time. But like, what is summer movies to me? And it's like, I guess it's that I don't think of some specific summer movies, but it's genres. Like I like to watch horror movies in the summertime. And that is from my childhood, going to the lake. Me and my cousins would always rent a Scary Movie and a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. So it's just like,
which I had.
I like Billboard Dad, Passport to Paris. All of those Mary-Kate and Ashley movies, like we would watch every summer.
Yeah.
Along with the Scary Movie.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my answer. It's more like genres, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the first one on my list is Mary-Kate and Ashley, and it's Holiday in the Sun.
Oh, for sure.
Because I was a little brat when I was younger, and I had watched Holiday in the Sun every year for many years, and then we went on vacation one year and we went to the Atlantis.
Oh, yeah.
And that was me begging for years to be like, can we please go? Can we please go?
You must experience it.
It wasn't me being a brat, actually. It was just me wanting,
eagerness.
Me asking a lot.
Yeah.
But we eventually did. We went to the Bahamas. We stayed at the Atlantis, and it was a magical experience. And I went back 2 more times.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which, like, looking back, I wish I had gone somewhere else to experience something else. But we went, I forget what year. And then for my senior trip, I asked if we could go back.
Yeah.
And then after I graduated college, my friend Eric and we saw this crazy deal on staying there. And it was like $99 a night. Whoa. And we were like, that is so cheap for us to split. Like, obviously, let's do that. So I went back again when I graduated college.
Oh, that's fun.
So
10 out of 10 would go again?
Yeah, well, I don't think I would. I mean, maybe, but it's not all inclusive. Now as an adult, I'm like, it's way too expensive for it not to be all inclusive.
Right. You're paying for everything, drinks, food.
Yeah. And it's got great restaurants and stuff. And there's like a cool casino and there's fun things to do.
Yeah.
But it is very expensive for it not to be that. So I might, but I need to go somewhere. I need to experience new places.
Yeah.
But Holiday in the Sun is like my number one.
Okay. Yeah.
And then my next one is Now and Then. Did you ever watch that? It's got Christina Ricci. What's her name from Hocus Pocus? Blonde girl.
Thora Birch.
Thora Birch.
No, I have not.
It's an incredible movie. It's more for the girls, I guess, because it's like about best friends. Like
Rosie O'Donnell, isn't it? It's like them when they're kids and then them when they're adults.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is just, I have chills thinking about it. It's just such a good, that's drama, but it's just such a good feel-good movie of friendship. And I love it so much.
That's so cute.
Another one I wrote down is A League of Their Own. Now hear me out. Okay. I can watch this at any time of the year because it's a great movie, but it feels like summer. When I think about it.
Okay, yeah.
Even though, like, baseball is kind of, you think about October, that's when the World Series is.
If you had put a gun to my head and said, when is the World Series? I would have said June.
Right. It's in October. Also, The Parent Trap. We talked about it last 100%, episode.
Yeah, and I think that, too, because we also saw that in the park last year.
Yeah.
In August. Can you believe that's almost a year
I couldn't
ago?
go. Never mind.
Allison, you were there.
The Parent Trap? No, I saw The Birdcage. I was out of town when you guys went to The Parent Trap. Because I was upset. Remember? I was very sad.
But can you believe that was year ago? That was August.
That is crazy. This year is going by very fast.
Which,
also, a critical one you missed is High School Musical 2. That is
because
summer.
I was in the musicale of that. No, I don't think about it.
Was it not in the summer when you did the musical? Obviously, you were in school.
No, it was fall of 2019.
Yeah.
2009.
2018. Yeah. Well, it is summertime. Summertime is here.
True.
How's the song go? Summer.
All for one, summer has just begun. Let's rock and roll.
Just as sun.
Feel the rhythm of
the sun.
I
just heard in an interview that Zac Efron said that he improv'd like most of Bet on It, and they just like
obviously
they did it in a couple hours, and they didn't have a plan, they didn't have anything. They were just like, we need to shoot this song, and he was just like, well, what if I run around on this golf course?
And iconic people.
It is iconic.
It was a masterpiece for PR.
Yeah, it's great. The next one I have is 50 First Dates.
This is you still? This is your list?
This is my list.
Okay.
I have one more after this, and then I can
Dates.
fill in.
That makes sense.
Summertime. It's in Hawaii or wherever. It's sunny. It's pretty. Everything is great.
Yeah, that tracks.
The last one I have is, I actually wrote here this blurb. I said, literally only watch this movie if you are a level 10 theater kid, or you're going to hate it.
Okay.
You're not going to get it.
Okay.
You're not going to understand Anna Kendrick being a, excuse my language, little bitch.
Yeah.
I'll bleep the C word. But it's camp.
It's camp and it's camp.
And it is camp. It is incredible, but you cannot watch it unless you are level 10.
Correct.
Because it's so niche.
Mm-hmm.
The music is incredible. Obviously, most of it is from musicals that were already made, but there are some original songs. What the boys singing, whatever, isn't it? Oh no, he sings "Wild Horses."
I have no idea. I've seen the movie once.
The cute boy.
And
oh my gosh, I used to watch it
too late in life
all
where
the
I just
time.
was like, no.
Yeah, I think you also had to watch it as a kid, but I think if you are really like level 10, you could watch it as an adult, and because it'll remind you of you being a theater kid and being super annoying and whatever. But Anna Kendrick is iconic in that movie. So here are some that we didn't. This is an amalgamation of sources on the web.
Okay.
So a few we didn't say: Mamma Mia.
Yeah. Okay.
Jaws.
Oh yeah.
Blue Crush.
Totes.
Grease.
Yep.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Sure.
I love that Jesse Eisenberg is getting representation here with Adventureland. It's not one that I would recommend. It's Kristen Stewart and Jesse Eisenberg, and the two of them together is very dry.
Yeah.
Love them both, but it's not my favorite movie. I Know What You Did Last Summer is a summer
correct yes
horror movie,
great
and it's
movie.
great. Camp Rock.
Okay.
Call Me by Your Name. I never watched that. Did you?
Of course.
Was it good?
Gay cinema.
Well,
he masturbates with a peach.
A peach?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Timothée Chalamet.
How does that work?
Well, he cuts it. Like puts a hole through it.
Innovative.
Yeah.
Fun. In the Heights.
Never seen it, but yeah, sure.
Oh, really? Have you seen the show at all?
Yeah.
I really liked the movie. It was good to me. The Goonies, love.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Dirty Dancing.
Okay.
The Sandlot.
Yep.
Crazy Rich Asians is weird.
I just watched that.
It's a great movie, but I don't get the summer.
No, I feel more like it's just like an epic romance movie that could be any time of the year.
Yeah, and if I had to put it to, I would say winter or spring.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't feel like summer to me, but maybe I'm missing
What do
something.
we know?
Girls Trip. I don't think I saw that. Aquamarine. Incredible. Midsummer, which to me, it is summer, but it doesn't, like, I don't want to watch it in the summer, if that makes sense.
Agreed.
The Karate Kid, which I wasn't a Karate Kid girly. But yeah.
Okay.
I just thought we would give everyone some inspiration on some movies they could be watching this summer.
I think that's great. I love that list.
Great. We are bringing back the music video
I was like, it's been a minute.
commentary.
Let's talk about a music video.
If you're just here, we started at the beginning of our journey here on the A-list, me pulling a random music video that Alex has either been in, worked on in any capacity. Some bigger roles that you worked on and some smaller.
Yes.
And then they include your personal music, your boy band, all of the things. So I'm gonna randomly pick one, and then we're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna do commentary on it
a little bit.
And you'll have the link to watch it as well. Obviously, we probably can't watch it in full unless it's your music.
True.
Okay. Cheap Talk.
That's a good one to talk about.
Is this boy band?
This is Queen Herbie.
Okay, Cheap Talk.
They all have different stories. The last one I did was Fearless.
Oh yeah. So this is a Queen Herbie. Before we start, what was your capacity that you worked?
Okay, so this was when I was in the thick of producing for her. So I was in this setup that's in the thumbnail, I filmed that setup. But for the rest of it, I was just the producer, art, set coordinator. We were a very small production, and this was
in 2020.
It was like right before pandemic.
Was this at the YouTube space?
No. So this one was the first time that Cheap Talk, sir. Let's watch it, and then I'll tell you like what all the shots.
Okay.
Like what the point of this location was. You'll see. Okay,
cool.
So this was a crazy situation. So Cheap Talk was supposed to only be the location where she's in cooking or the baking and in the bathtub. That was supposed to be the whole video.
Oh.
So fun fact. First of all, how fucking cool does she look?
Yeah, is that I've seen the dress and the hair. Is that artwork for where have I seen that before?
So the braids look is from one of the EPs.
Okay.
EP2.
The plaid?
No, the plaid is not from artwork.
Oh, where have I seen?
Maybe in just this thumbnail?
Maybe. I don't know, but I've never seen that before.
It was one of her iconic looks earlier
really
on.
Good.
So we had the location booked, which is this huge loft downtown LA.
Okay.
And it was like as soon as we booked it and we were getting ready to go there. No, the reason we picked this loft is because if you watch the video for Check, which we'll get to at one point, we filmed Check a little bit at like multiple video sets. So we filmed Cheap Talk, and then we filmed on another set on the same location. We filmed another whole song, and then we filmed a setup for Check. So every time we did a new location for a new video, we filmed a setup for Check. So Check has multiple locations in it. Looks like, we went a ton of places, but we just filmed it periodically. My friend Sarah was the videographer for this. Okay. And then Amy edited it. Queen Herbie. Okay, so we booked the location, and then the list of like props comes in, and that's so like most of that stuff was all from here. Jasmine helped me bake the cookies and whatever. Yeah. We design a cake. She designs a cake. Amy designs what she wants on the cake. I go to Walmart. I talk to the baker. We have the cake. She's like, got you. Cool. We're good. Ordered. I go in the morning before. Yes, the morning before. I go to pick up the cake because I was like, I'm just going to keep it in my fridge. I just need to know I have it because it was a big shoot day. We were filming a lot of different stuff. I get there. The woman that I ordered the cake from sees me walk up to the counter, and she just shakes her head no at me. And I was like, what? To Jasmine, I was like, is she talking to me? And then she goes to the back, has someone come up here, and she goes, can I help you? And I was like,
she runs away?
Yeah.
She hid.
I was like, I'm here to pick up a cake. And she was like, can I have your order slip? So I handed it to her. Yeah. She's like, we have no record of this cake here.
What?
I was like,
it just said cheap on it?
No, it said Cheap Talk. It was a whole design.
But was it offensive?
No. She just didn't make it.
She just forgot. And
then saw me come in and was like, sorry, don't have the cake. But then had someone else come drop the news.
That's wild.
And I was like, okay. And she was like, but it's okay because you didn't pay for it. And I was like, but I needed it.
Yeah, what? It's okay.
So that cake that she used was me and Jasmine buying all the ingredients and making it ourselves. What? And then, of course, Amy is
They didn't even have a blank cake.
No, they had no blank sheet cake ready that we could take. And the vision was this round tiered thing that was kind of like whatever. So the pearls were out. We decorated that whole thing. Amy is so chill. So she, of course, was like, it's fine. Like, we'll make it work and I'll just write cheap on it. Yeah. So that was part one. So we film. The video was like we film it successfully and pretty quickly to move on to the other stuff. But then we ran into a copyright issue. So Amy's original version of Cheap Talk, the lyrics of the chorus are from My Fair Lady the musical. So the original lyrics are pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheap, 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 pick a lot, talk a little more. And that, so like we couldn't use any of the choruses because she was singing those words. So then in a quick response, because it was a crazy situation where like they wrote for permission, they got preliminary, like a preliminarily, they wrote in for permission and initially got like a Then the family of whoever the composer of that was got back. It was like, no, absolutely not.
Weird. I feel like that's been used before. So they just didn't
want it for her
to use it. Yeah.
So they had to rewrite the lyrics to got your mouth a running and you popping lip and nothing, no is gonna, no is coming with the Jeep talk. And we had to re-record that. So a person that I don't affiliate myself with anymore lived at the Dillon in West Hollywood. And she was like, we have this cool room. You can come shoot here.
Yeah.
And so she was like, okay, put together another look. That's when we get to meet Chester the Crow that's made appearances in so many things after.
Yeah.
And then we went there and basically just shot the whole thing, but we were aiming for the choruses because
you didn't have
had no choruses to use.
Cool.
So it really
you would
together.
Never know.
Yeah,
so that's what she's wearing, the bob in the original ones and then the braid in the
reshoots.
Okay. Cool.
But that's show business, baby.
Yeah, that is very exciting, like inside.
Yeah, it was very fast paced and had to think quickly because releases are always scheduled, right? So that was Cheap Talk. It was a lot of fun to do. It was
Which EP was this on?
Cheap Talk is from EP 7, which was the first time that I shot her artwork. It was my favorite artwork. EP 6 was the first, or EP 7 was the first time, was when I started shooting her artwork. So that EP cover with her hands and I think it's like a Gucci headband, was when I started doing all
the yellow background.
Yes. So that all the way through Housewife art is when I was shooting her album artwork. And I was so proud of that. We were all proud of that. And also when we made all of her EPs into pins, that was the biggest seller. People just wanted that image of her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it came out on an enamel pin, so cool too.
What's your favorite artwork on a EP or album or?
So of the ones that I've shot, I really like the album A Woman, but I loved shooting the Juice single artwork because I bedazzled a juice box. Yeah. And that was really fun.
Yeah, A Woman's really, really good.
Mad Queen's the most art directed.
Mad Queen is sick.
So Mad Queen and Halloween are shot on the same backdrop. It was like a big piece of foam board. Amy measured out the space and then we painted it. And then Halloween, we put the knives in it. Honestly, they were all really fun. I also shot the cover of the vignettes, which we did videos for each of those. Yeah. Yeah, I loved doing the photography for the EPs. It was a really good time.
They're all
iconic,
really good.
So anyway, that was Cheap Talk, and it was a really hectic and fun music video. And there's a little BTS tea.
That is really good tea.
Yeah,
I was excited to learn that.
Okay, Allison, it's that time again.
To work on my acting chops?
Yeah, because you have been going to acting classes so religiously, like a good future actress.
Yes, I've been doing a lot of character work. I've been doing some dialect work.
And so without further ado, I'm going to text this to you so you can follow along. You are playing the character of Veronica. Now, before I send this, I'm going to do what I did last time and read the synopsis.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
So the prompt I gave ChatGPT was, please write me a short script with 2 actors, a man and a woman, and make it a thriller in Hollywood in the 1960s.
Okay.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. The title of this movie that you're in.
You're also in it.
I'm in it too, but this is really putting you to the test.
Okay.
And I will say this time I did not pre-read the whole script, so this could go absolutely nowhere, folks. We may end up cutting this out. Okay. But I did read the first bit to see, and it's a journey. Here we go.
Okay.
Shadows in Hollywood. Fade in. Exterior Hollywood Boulevard night. The neon lights cast a vibrant glow on the bustling streets. Tourists and locals alike stroll along the Walk of Fame. The camera pans to a quaint vintage diner. Interior diner, night. Inside the diner, the atmosphere is cozy but slightly tense. Soft jazz music plays in the background. A woman, early 30s, elegant but with a hint of mystery, sits in a booth by the window, sipping on a milkshake. She checks her watch nervously. Rick, early 40s, ruggedly handsome, enters the diner, scanning the room before spotting the woman. He approaches her booth. And now I'm going to text you the script.
Okay. That was so fast.
Let me know when you're at the first line, which is Rick.
Okay, I'm there.
Mind if I join you?
Oh, of course. Please sit.
He slides into the booth across from her. So, what's the story, Veronica? You sounded urgent on the phone.
Rick, I need your help. I think someone's following me.
Following you? Are you sure?
Yes, it's been going on for a few weeks. I see the same man everywhere I go. At first, I thought it was a coincidence, but now...
Describe him.
Mid-30s, average build, always wearing a dark suit. He has this unsettling presence.
All right, let's get you out of here. My car's parked around the corner. Exterior diner night. Rick and Veronica exit the diner, glancing around cautiously. They walk briskly to Rick's classic convertible parked under a street lamp. He opens the passenger door for her. Get in.
Where are we going?
Somewhere safe. Interior of Rick's car, night. The drive through the dimly lit streets of Hollywood, the tension palpable. Rick keeps glancing in the rearview mirror.
You don't believe me, do you?
I believe you, Veronica. I just want to make sure that we aren't being followed right now.
Thank you, Rick. I didn't know who else to turn to.
We'll figure this out, I promise. They continue driving until they reach a secluded motel on the outskirts of Hollywood. Exterior motel, night. Rick parks the car and they quickly get out, heading towards a room at a far end of the complex. Rick unlocks the door and they step inside. Interior of the motel room, night. The room is modest but clean. Rick locks the door behind them and pulls the curtains shut. We should be safe here for now.
Why would someone follow me? I don't understand.
There could be a number of reasons. Maybe they think you know something, or maybe they're after something you have.
I did find something recently. In my father's old belongings, a letter, but I didn't understand it. It mentioned something about a shadow organization in Hollywood.
That's not good. There are definitely powerful people in this town that don't like their secrets being exposed.
Here, read it for yourself.
Rick takes the letter and reads it, his expression growing more serious. This could be dangerous, Veronica. We really need to be careful. Suddenly, the sound of a car pulling up outside catches their attention. Rick peeks through the curtains and sees a dark sedan parked outside, a figure inside. Stay quiet. Someone's here. They move away from the window and sit on the floor, backs against the wall. The tension is thick.
What do we do?
We wait. If they try to come in, we'll have to make a run for it. The sound of footsteps approaching the door is heard. Rick motions for Veronica to stay down. The doorknob rattles slightly. Get ready. Suddenly, the door bursts open and dark figures from the sedan enters. A gun in hand, Rick and Veronica scramble to their feet. Run! They dart towards the back door in the motel, but the intruders fire a shot, narrowly missing them. Rick kicks open the back door and they rush out onto the alleyway. Exterior alleyway night. They run through the dark alley, the sounds of the city echoing around them, the intruder chasing after them, his steps growing louder.
Where are we going?
Anywhere but here. They burst out onto a busy street, blending into the crowd. The intruder stops, losing sight of them in the throng of people. Exterior Hollywood Boulevard night. Rick and Veronica slow down. They catch their breath. They blend into the crowd, trying to look inconspicuous. We need to find somewhere safe, somewhere they won't look for us.
I know a place. Follow me.
They navigate through the crowd, heading towards an old abandoned theater at the edge of Hollywood. Interior abandoned theater night. The theater is dark and eerie, with remnants of its former glory scattered around. Rick and Veronica enter, finding a hiding spot in the shadows. Why here?
My father used to bring me here when I was a kid. No one comes here anymore.
All right, we need to figure out our next move.
What if we can't outrun them, Rick? What if they find us?
We'll fight. We can't let them scare us into submission. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps echoes through the theater. Rick and Veronica tense up, peering into the darkness. Stay quiet. A figure emerges from the shadows. It's the same man who is following Veronica. His steps. He stops, looking around, but doesn't see them. Veronica, we know you're here. There's no point in hiding. Rick and Veronica exchange a fearful glance. Rick reaches for a nearby metal rod, ready to defend them. We just want the letter. Give it to us and we'll leave you alone.
We can't let him have it.
I know. Stay behind me. The man moves closer, his eyes scanning the theater. The man moves closer, his eyes scanning the theater. Rick tightens his grip on the rod. Suddenly, the man lunges into them. And Rick swings the rod, knocking the gun out of the man's hand. Run, Veronica! Veronica scrambles to her feet and runs towards the exit. Rick and the man grapple, fighting fiercely. Rick manages to overpower him. But just as he does, another figure appears in the doorway. Another member of the Shadow Organization. Go, Veronica! Get out of here! Veronica hesitates for a moment, then runs out of the theater, disappearing into the night. Rick faces the new intruder, ready for another fight. Hollywood Boulevard night. Veronica runs through the streets, heart pounding. She looks over her shoulder, making sure she's not being followed. She knows she has to find help. Someone who can expose the Shadow Organization and protect her. Abandoned theater night. Rick is bruised and battered but still standing. The two men are unconscious on the floor. Wow, I am powerful. He takes a deep breath, knowing the fight is far from over. He has to find Veronica and make sure she's safe. Hollywood Hills night. Veronica reaches the home of an old friend, a journalist who's been investigating corruption in Hollywood for years. She knocks on the door. Journalist's home night. The journalist, late 40s, determined and sharp, opens the door, surprised to see Veronica. Veronica, what are you doing here?
I need your help. They're after me.
Who's after you?
The Shadow Organization. I found something and now they want me dead.
Come in. We'll figure this out. Veronica steps inside, knowing this is just the beginning of their fight against the shadows in Hollywood. Wow.
Honestly, that wasn't bad, although I thought you were going to turn on me and you were going to be in the organization.
I didn't know where it was going, but I was also like, ChatGPT wrote this.
Yeah, but
what
actually...
What does ChatGPT know?
It's the Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
Yeah. Honestly, not a bad script.
And also not bad. You did sound like you were reading a few times. But had you had time to read the script prior, maybe it would have been different.
What part would you say?
Well, right at the beginning. And I attribute that to nerves.
Oh, for sure.
But all in all, you're doing much better. Your acting classes are really paying off.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'll tell my coach that you approve.
Yeah, let your coach know.
Well, if you liked that, everyone, let us know.
How did Allison do? Let her know.
Yeah, rate me from 0 to 5. Just kidding. Don't do that. Well, speaking of Hollywood, do you want to hear the birthdays?
Happy birthday to...
This is for July 22nd.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a queen up first.
Oh, a real queen or like a queen?
Queen. Not real.
Gay?
I don't think so.
Well, you said queen.
Oh, a girly pop. Who's turning 32.
A 32 queen girly pop.
Yeah.
Kelsey Ballerini?
No, random.
Oh.
Do you want me to tell you?
I'd like to guess, but you've only given me a queen.
Okay.
What her age is?
Child star.
Child star.
Pop star. There's only
Is it
a few.
Ariana Grande?
No.
Victoria Justice?
No.
32.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also actress.
Miranda Cosgrove?
I think she's younger than... Do you think? Oh, maybe not. It's Selena.
Oh.
Selena Gomez is 32 years old.
What do you think she and Benny... What do you think she and Benny are doing for her birthday?
Getting it on.
Oh, I was like, do you think they're going to go on vacation?
I don't know much about Benny. He's so talented, but I feel like he's kind of weird. He just looks like he'd be weird.
Yeah, quirky dude.
That's mean of me to say, but
He looks like
he
a
also
quirky
could
guy.
play like Dungeons and Dragons.
Sure, but so could we. We're
For sure.
only ever one game night away from being Dungeons and Dragons people.
True, because we are theater kids.
Yep.
And we could really get into a storyline.
Yep.
I just don't understand. I don't get it.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't get the
We're
rules.
one game night away from someone explaining it to us and us being like, got it, we're in.
But I would rather do like a murder mystery, you know?
Sure, which
Than
we have
that.
done that, and that is fun.
We have. The next is actual royalty.
Ah.
And that is Prince George. Will be 11 years old.
Oh.
Cute kid.
Prince George.
Prince George. David Spade. 60 years old.
R.I.P.
He's not dead.
Oh, right. No, not David Spade. Wow, he's the same age as my parents.
Who'd you think he was?
I don't know. I pictured him dead.
He's not, to my knowledge. William Dafoe.
He is dead.
69. No? He's not dead.
Got
he
it.
looks
Okay. Wow, you are.
No, I'm just kidding. But he just always plays scary people, and I feel like he always like looks
True.
just scary.
Yeah.
Although someone who is deceased,
Yeah.
Alex Trebek,
Ugh,
would be 84.
That is a hard one. That is a hard one.
Keith Sweat. Do you know him? Singer, R&B, baby making music.
Oh, okay.
Will be 63.
Oh.
And Danny Glover, 78. The
Childish
actor,
Gambino.
no, that's Donald Glover.
Danny Glover of Angels in the Outfield.
Is he in Angels in the Outfield? Did you just make that up?
No.
Danny Glover, Lethal Weapon. The Color Purple.
Angels in the Outfield.
I'm looking. Jumanji: The Next Level, Shooter, Angels in the Outfield. Congrats.
Great.
He's 78.
Happy birthday, Donald Glover.
That's Danny.
Danny.
Childish Gambino is Donnie. Danny is actor older man.
Got it.
It is confusing
It is.
to be quite honest.
Yeah.
They're too close of names.
Quite honest.
And that's our show.
Thanks for watching. Oh, that is our show.
It is. I mean, if you have something else you'd like to talk about, please,
If
by
you-
all means.
If you listened all the way to the end, comment woohoo, and then we'll know you listened all the way to the end.
Woohoo.
Yeah, WOOHOO
That's what-
exclamation mark.
In The Sims, that's what it's called when they have sex. That's what it's called when they do what adults do.
Make whoopee.
Make whoopee. That's a Family Feud answer.
That is funny. Well, anyway, I hope everyone has had a great July, and as we enter August, remember, we're coming into Leo season.
Remember, wear your deodorant.
Remember to wear your deodorant.
Or, you know.
Or if you don't, that's all. Just do you.
Just be mindful if you don't.
Mind be full.
And have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day, night. Have a wonderful week.
Send us a speak pipe. We didn't have
Please.
any in these last 2 episodes, so it'd be really nice if someone would say something to us, ask a question, you know.
Drop us a line.
Yeah, and comment and follow and all the things.
Thanks so much. Love you.
Bye.
The A-List.